Cindy. Sandy.
Yeah, buddy.
Right there was beating. I tell you, dead Ben.
It was cool as hell, man. I was just like, woo!
Yeah. It's another chapter in your book.
All right, so everyone's done it.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I went through, brother.
What do you think?
That was the biggest fear of my life. The biggest
fear? I was gonna ask you now.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Sandy. You guys have had your differences.
Yeah.
You both have been outspoken about it.
Right.
And she helped you or hurt you?
100, 300% she helped me. 300, 500%. Without, if she didn't help me, I would have been sitting on this curb right now looking up going, I'm out of here.
Regardless of how Chris feels about me or how I feel about him, I had to get Chris's big butt up that bridge. Then when we get down, hey, we can knock heads again. I don't care when we're not on the same team. When you're a team, you got to stick together no matter what.
All right, the task we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some painting. We're gonna paint these suspender ropes here. We're gonna break you guys into two teams. Sandy, Steven, and Bryce. And the other one will be Michaela, Chris, and Ramel. Ben, you're gonna be supervising both jobs.
You guys let me know when you're ready, and we'll get going. Anything to add, Jim?
Yeah, I'm confused. I thought it was from the yellow down to the finish line or the finish line up.
I took it as a bit of a compliment. I assumed it was because my performance was pretty good. But it's a kind of a tough working environment. We have cars zooming by, and any given moment, someone could drop their latte and swerve into you. You know, it's just something you really got to keep an eye on.
Oh, two sides to that ladder, by the way, Sandy.
Yes.
Used today. All right. You want somebody to foot the ladder at all the times.
Absolutely. Dave, we gotta
Does everybody else have their stuff already?
Supervisor Ben decides to call his own shots by upping the ante, and that might prove to be a mistake.
All right, can I have everyone's attention for a second? All the two teams? We are going to change this a little bit. It's going to be a race.
Immediately, we're like, Chris, you're not painting. You're an anchor. You're a
Right.
big guy. Why don't we have you anchor
We'll take
the
turns
ladder?
so I get some credit for this stuff too here.
I got an A team because I got the tallest guy, Steven, 6'5", creature arms, which means he can pretty much paint the whole thing by himself. Bryce and myself, I'm like, and I look over there and it's little bitty Romel, little bitty Michaela, and Chris, who's clueless all the time.
Sandy, I think one bucket would be fine right now.
Yeah.
Michaela.
Yeah, I'm Michaela.
I'm sorry, Michaela.
That's it.
Oh, man, this is in the bag.
All right, when I whistle, let's go.
Go. Guys, doing fantastic. You got a beat already. Look, they didn't even start again. Come on, brother. Kick in, man.
Come on, Bryce, come on, get some confidence in one foot. I try to take the leader role and try to be like, bam, bam, let's get it going, because really, Bryce, I don't know what gears he's working on, because he's always like, he was like in slow motion. Get your butt up the ladder. Come on, Bryce, you got it.
Romel, hit the backside of this one towards us.
Up higher.
Look at this, we're almost done. Come on. Romel, come on, let's go. We're done, bada bing.
Let's speed up a little bit, baby. I mean, take your time, be safe. Come on, Bryce, you gotta pick it up. You're going too slow, baby.
Coming up,
Now let's see who didn't make the cut.
the boss's bottom two.
Okay, Dave.
The result will shock you. In her desperation to catch up in the painting race, Sandy sent the ladder into oncoming traffic, endangering the lives of drivers and her crewmates.
Leave them on him.
That thing flips the car, you're going to get that's the same.
We just had a near miss right there.
Could have clipped that car, spun that ladder around, taken 3 or 4 people out. Could have cost lives, serious injury. And that's the type of stuff, you know, you'd like to say it can't happen, but it can't happen. You can't let that kind of thing happen.
Everyone, including Sandy, knows she's made a serious mistake.
The problem with Sandy is that she's got to prove something all the time. She doesn't want any help. We know you're tough. We know you can handle it. But hey, let's work as a team.
Sandy made a mistake. This is definitely an opportunity, to get rid of Sandy in this job, especially since we don't have that many jobs left. So there is a possibility that Sandy is going to be in the bottom two.
You want to get the bottom where you're going to have it. You want to get
Ben was the supervisor, so he's just as guilty.
All right, so we're wrapped up here. Let's head back to the shop.
Yes, sir.
Well, you helped maintain the Vincent Thomas Bridge. Ben, how do you think you did as the foreman?
I don't think I'll be getting any job offers as a foreman, but no major disasters either. So,
Chris, what was the hardest part?
The hardest part was hanging over the side. That's the challenge in my life. I mean, I swear to God, that right there was the toughest job in the world for me.
Sandy, give me a name. Who's in the bottom two?
I could possibly say myself had a safety issue, but I could possibly put Chris there. It took all of what me and Bro had to get him up that bridge.
Steven, who's in the bottom two?
I might possibly say Ben kind of lagged in being the supervisor, and I thought maybe that was kind of his chance to step up, and he might have dropped the ball a little bit. So I would say Ben and Sandy.
Let me remind you guys what you are working towards. The combined salaries of all the jobs. Brought to you by the all-new 2009 Dodge Ram 1500 crew. We are adding to the pot the salary of a first-year bridge worker. About $48,000.
Wow.
All right, Dave, who was the best overall?
Got to go with Ben. That's why Ben kept getting put in charge. He has a confidence, which I think we want to see when we're working up high. I have no doubt that you can get up there and be trained real quick.
All right. Now let's see who didn't make the cut. Dave, who's in the bottom two?
Sandy, you dropped far and you dropped fast on that one incident. You and Ben were close. One difference I saw is where Ben had confidence, you kind of flirt with the edge of cocky. And there's not room for that up here. When you were behind on the competition is when you snapped into action because you're being beat and you let safety lapse. And that's what really got you right there.
I felt sick to my stomach. You can go from hero to zero just like that, and I tell you what, I felt just like a zero. Not only that, all the competitors looking at me like, finally, she messed up.
All right, Dave, who else is in the bottom two?
Chris, I'm afraid you're in the bottom two. I actually have a lot of respect for somebody to face a fear, but we put you through some very simple tasks. It gets a lot harder from there. You seem out of your element up there no matter what we do.
Sandy, Chris, you're going back on the main cable at night. Dave?
We got a couple lights out up there on the bridge. You guys are gonna get them running again, all right?
You'll compete head to head. The one that does the job slowest will go home.
I feel like, I got nailed again. Now I got to go back up on the friggin' thing. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to take my time. It's a matter of pride at this point.
You ready?
Wow. Me and Chris have a history. Chris is my straight dead-on competition, and I know I did everything I could to get him up the hill. I'm nervous as hell right now, thinking, he's got experience in the bottom four. Those bottom four guys keep coming back. Like the last 3 or 4 jobs, the first time someone's gotten in the bottom four has been knocked out. Phil, first time in, first time out.
You're going home.
Friggin' Rick, out of all people.
Rick, I'm sorry.
First time in, out. Lier,
I'm sorry.
first time in the bottom four, and they were all out. And if you always expect the best or you think you're too good, that's when that skater's gonna come up behind and bite you on the butt.
It's a race up the suspension cable to turn on 4 lights each. Sandy will take one side, while Chris will work the other. Whoever completes the task fastest will move on to next week's job.
Let's get in place, and then we'll start.
Down on the bridge loading dock, the others get their binoculars ready to scope out the action.
Hands up, who's rooting for Chris?
Chris was gonna punch me in the face, so I kind of want to see him go down
Exactly.
hard. I'd like to see him not only fail but embarrass himself.
Listen, well, I'm gonna try.
To get rid of Sandy now would be beneficial for all of us.
I knew from the very beginning she was going to be a tough competitor. This is a competition, and if I had to pick who I want to go toe-to-toe at the end, between Sandy and Chris, it would definitely have to be Chris.
Ready?
Coming up, two rivals race head-to-head. A dramatic finish.
You're going home.
Who will move on to next week's job?
Ready? Go!
Sandy and Chris are racing up the suspension cable to turn on 4 lights each.
I didn't think about no pain. I didn't care how high I was, what the wind was blowing, the cars coming by or nothing. All I was thinking was get your behind as fast as you can up this hill.
Sandy shows good balance and decides to run, while Chris takes a more cautious approach.
I might take my time up there. That's you're going about 350 feet here, man.
Sandy reaches her first light at 28 stories.
Sandy's got the first bulb on.
One side's got one on, the other
there
side,
it goes.
nothing.
Split up.
Until the bridge job, Sandy has seemed unstoppable.
I learned my lesson, and I got myself sidetracked, and that's when I started thinking about competition and being the best. Because beforehand, I've never thought about competition or being the best. All I thought about, let your work speak for itself, and just work hard. My work shows everything I stand for. Take care of business.
Sandy has reached her second light. She's now 32 stories in the air. Chris is moving much slower. He's still at 22 stories and has yet to reach his first light.
I can't do this. I ain't doing this. My problem is a race. I don't want to make a mistake on a race. It's too dangerous for me. I ain't doing this. That's enough for me. Are they up yet?
I can see someone standing on there, but I don't see
someone
anything
standing
happening
there
yet.
in one of the suits, but they're not moving.
She had too much of a head start. And I'm going to lose, so I might as well just pack it up now.
Sandy's right there. There's one body. Chris turned around and came back down.
I think that my spite has been settled, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I kind of wish he went out fighting, because now it was like he gave it to her.
Sandy has now turned on all 4 bulbs and is starting her descent. She has no idea that Chris gave up. Sandy realizes that she's the only one who completed the task.
I cannot explain I mean, it was the most amazing feeling I have ever felt but also it was a new humbling eye-opener for myself. Definitely reopened my eyes up about not slowing down and not taking any part of the job for granted. Bada bing, baby! Hats off to you!
Good job, man. All right.
So, Chris, got any parting words for any of these guys?
Good luck, man. There's nothing else I can say, you know? Hey, bada bing, baby.
Bada bing, bada out, baby!
I'll miss Chris. You know, I really got close to him. I figured him out. Yes, he's rough on the edges and some things. A lot of people don't like him and they don't get along. That's fine. That's their prerogative.
You know what? Why don't you stop being a belligerent ass?
Chris is definitely going to be missed. You know, he brought a lot of humor and laughter.
The women have more of a chance of getting, if you're getting evaluated by men, and men are looking at women in a different eye, like eye candy, I'm just letting you know there could be a little bias there.
He didn't get along with a lot of people, but the guy made me laugh 24/7.
Your cojones are this big when you're 18. They're like marbles when you're 49.
I mean, you can't write the stuff that came out of Chris's mouth.
Let me tell you something, the best experience of my life. This is it. This is the bada bing of the bank.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Dave.
Nice working with you guys.
That's a good one.
Rest of you, follow me. We're leaving the city life.
Hi, Chris. To take someone who had nothing nice to say about me to end up giving me a hug and a kiss on her cheek and respecting me. Felt great because he really tested me.
I'm happy. Listen, I got 2 beautiful kids at home. I got my beautiful wife. I'm going to do my thing.
It's original.